Yo, and welcome to the show all about promoting the sport of lawn bowls. I'm Zach Waning, and this is Casual Bowls. Yo, welcome to Casual Bowls. This will be episode number 2 of our Premier League preview, this time with Josh Sanders from Lilydale. Also like to give a quick shout out to one of our new supporters or sponsors, however you want to call it. Jordan Burley does these beautiful little candles and personalised glasses. So Jordan actually lost her job last year due to COVID and started up her own little business with this. And yeah, she's made me this nice one with my logo on it. Also the glass. I don't know how well that'll pick up on camera there, but bloody beautiful. Didn't know I was a candle man, but turns out I am. This is Amalfi Coast, which I believe is in Italy. Yeah, it smells delicious. So thank you very much, Jordan. Get on our website, jordanshandcrafted.com, and also on the Facebook and Instagram at Jordan's Handcrafted. That's Jordan with a Y. Jordan's actually set me up a little promo code. Well, set you guys up a little promo code. So ZW Bowls, if you go on our website, gets you a 10% discount on all products. And with Christmas only a couple months away, great offer for gifts. So get around her, give her some support like she's gotten around us. Without any further ado, let's get to Josh. All right, Joshua, how are you, bud?
I'm good, Zachy. What's going on, man?
Bugger all, man. Trying to get through COVID the best I can. Keeping busy doing this sort of stuff.
Aren't we all? No, it's a good concept, mate. I love it.
Yeah? You been watching the shows?
I have. I've been setting it up on the TV and definitely at times criticising you and at times going, geez, this bloke might make it actually happen. So, it's good. Good.
You would too. All right, well, let's get straight into it. So this will be, I'm not going to give an episode number just in case we release them in a different order. But obviously Josh is from Lilydale, as you got the shirt on there representing. So we'll just go over, we'll do a quick recap of your season last year, how you went. Obviously you weren't in Prem last year. But, I mean, quite impressive from the outside looking in to drop down and immediately come back up. And reasonably comfortably, mind you. Like, you know, I know Pakenham put it up pretty close to you, but for the most part, you just did it reasonably easily.
Oh, look, it was a great season. We definitely had our tough times. We had a lot of injuries early on. We definitely didn't do it easy. Like we lost to Diamond Creek twice. We only played Brunswick once. And well, I mean, like in the final, it could have gone either way. Like that was probably our toughest match. Was Brunswick in the final of the section. They did an amazing job. So JR and the boys went good. But yeah, it wasn't smooth sailing by any means. But no, it was good to finish top and then win the section. But to get back up, it's a hard feat, but to get back up straight away, it was good.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. No, I was proud of you. I think the key ingredient was that I left.
Yeah, well, look, we kind of shoved you out sideways, and Vermont South worked out pretty quick that the whiz may not be up to it anymore.
Yeah, no, from Prem to Div 2 in 2 seasons, it's massive fall from grace.
Yeah. Good luck to Bayswater this year.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So I don't want to spend too much more time on last season, given this is a Premier League preview. But just a quick, who's your sort of tip out of the teams you play? Because obviously you're from the east, but you seem to play, because you had 2 teams in Div 1, you played in the other section without Eastern Rangers teams in it. Anyone from there that you see coming up?
I reckon like Mitcham did a very good job last season. Finished on top fairly comfortably, and definitely like Croydon did an amazing job in their final series to come from where they were and do it with a lot of sort of ambition and a lot of teamwork. That probably got them over the line a little bit. Heathmont's a very strong, another strong Eastern Rangers side. I think they're the two that probably from out this way show quite a bit.
Yeah.
But then you can't go past, like, I think Div 1, Section 1, I think that's the talk of the town at the moment.
That's Glenroy and the like, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Glenroy, Whittlesea, Essendon, Brunswick, Flemken, Sunbury.
It's going to be a tricky old section. Yeah.
Whoever gets relegated are going to be stiff. Whoever wins that section, wowee.
Yeah.
A very, very good section.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely some good teams in there. I mean, I thought Glenroy might have got up last year against our boys from the East, Croydon. But like you said, Croydon just resilient, massive teamwork, and their supporter base across the finals, and your supporter base too. I think that's what the East really brings across the board, is just support everywhere. So I think that might have got everyone over the line. So
no, exactly.
Yeah. So all right. So going from last season now to this season, what sort of changes have you made? I know Troy's departed. Stopped coaching after a few good seasons there. I'm not sure, where's he going off to?
Yeah. So he's just recently been appointed at Croydon.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So good luck to Troy. Obviously, when we play him, it'll be white line fever. But no, love the bloke. He set our club up immensely from where it was, say, 8 years ago to where it is now. Most of that work was done because of him. So hats off to him. He goes off for another adventure to try and, because his attitude towards the game's immense. And
it's first.
He got Yarra Glen. Yeah, he got Yarra Glen to where they were. Obviously got us to where we were. So yeah, good luck to him and Croydon.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll be speaking at lunch a bit later on, having a bit of a Croydon chat. So I wasn't aware of that. So we'll talk a bit more about that later. But so, all right, to replace Troy then, after all the work he's done, have you got anyone new in?
Yeah, so we've got, our system now is we've got two co-coaches, being myself and Daniel Woodrow. So Daniel's going to be a huge asset to our club with the experience not only in Premier League but as a club manager and went a crossover into the West quite a few years back. But good young fella. A lot of the people at the club know him already. So an easy fit in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, he's a massive get. He was over at Essendon, wasn't he, a few years back?
He was, and Mentone.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Yeah. No, it's a handy inclusion. Any other players?
We do. We've got a couple of local boys that have come to the club. So Jeff Peterson's come across from Monbulk. We've got an old club mate back from Clayton days, Lenny Hill. He's come across, and also we've got Daniel's brother Chris making the move across with him as well. So it'll be great. And also we've got, even in-house, like we missed out on having Jan for the last 18 months. She's finally had a pre-season, well, up until COVID. Had an injury-free pre-season, so it'll be good to get her back on the greens at full pelt as well. Yeah,
absolutely. So what's the plans leading in? I mean, COVID pending with all this, obviously, but what's the plans? How are you going to improve? I mean, you spent a couple of good years up there last time you were up there, and then just one horrible season and fell back down. What's the plans to combat that, and how are you going into this? How are you going into Prem this time?
Yeah, look, I think we've learnt a lot, and definitely going back to Div 1, the first couple of games, we were a bit scratchy just thinking it had happened. But the determination and the fight when we were on the green came back to us last year. And I think that's what got us along, especially through that middle section when we were beating some good sides by a comfortable margin. So,
yeah.
But the other thing that doesn't work that works against us is the other Premier League clubs know what we're about. They know what we're like. So how do we combat that? And I think that Daniel's introduction to us is huge, and it brings a different dynamic as well. So we'll be focusing a hell of a lot on a game structure, and more one-on-one sort of coaching rather than a club coach type role. I think the club set itself in fine steads with Troy's coaching back in the last few years. And I think that the one thing that was missing is that interaction one-on-one and changing people's mindset of how they run a game and what they do in a game and when to go and when not to go. I think that's going to be a huge asset of ours.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember last time, I mean, we went in there and the club sort of had a bit of a perception on the way we're going to go about it. And I think we proved everyone wrong last time. But as you said, after a couple of seasons, they started cluing on to sort of how we went about it, and it didn't phase them anymore. No more Leroy calling out one-shot ear Dales and celebrating the ones, and clubs just started ignoring it and started putting us to the sword. So, me in particular to the sword.
Hence why the handball sideways, mate.
Righto. So what would you say is the pass mark for you? Is it just to avoid relegation this season, or you
definitely
you
not?
No.
So our pass mark, obviously, avoiding relegation's everyone's marked. But if we're going to be realistic, and we're confident in ourselves as well, our pass mark is winning 9 games. If we win 9 games, that gives us top 6. Anything more than that is a bonus. Obviously, if we made finals, it's a fantastic achievement. I think it'd be the first time an Eastern Rangers club would make finals in Premier League ever.
I'd say so.
But we just need to. The winning 9 games doesn't happen just because it happens.
No,
we need to put the time and effort in, and we're unfortunately with COVID, it sort of shoved us back a few weeks. But we were planning on structured training as of 3 weeks ago, so we were going to be trying to get stuck in fairly early. But now we're just we're running it a little bit different. So we're going to be running Zoom classes for training and sort of get that mental aspect and start people thinking about bowls now rather than waiting for 5 weeks time and hitting the ground running then. No,
I like it. I mean, you got to use whatever assets are at your disposal. And I mean, at the moment, Zoom's really all we've got in it. So, I mean, the best you can use that. I haven't seen it done really. I know meetings are held a lot over Zoom, but in terms of actual training, I'd be interested to see. Maybe you can get back to me once you've done a few and let me know how that's going. Because I think a lot of clubs would be interested in that if it's successful, and a bit of advice for some other clubs. So
that's it.
So who do you reckon's the standouts this year? Give us a couple clubs first before you go and pick your winner.
I think the standouts outside, obviously, our club, I'd like to think we'd be a standout, but you never know. I think the standouts, Melbourne's definitely in there, Deer Park, MCC, and probably Clayton. Out of those, who do I see being the number one? You probably can't go past Melbourne. Like they won it fairly convincingly last year. Obviously, the final was a bit different. They had to battle their heart out.
Yeah, as you do. Yeah,
as you do. But they've got the inclusions of a few new players and a few very talented players, might I add.
Yeah. So we'll be speaking to Matty Eli from Melbourne shortly, and he'll fill us in all about that. So,
but definitely, it takes a lot to win a flag, and it's not getting everyone and anyone. It's about team compatibility.
Yeah.
And I look back to my Clayton days, and that was how we got through and won our flag. It was everyone worked as a team, and everyone loved being a part of the team.
Yeah,
and I think that shows a bit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, would you consider them your toughest to play against, or who's the toughest to play against? I mean, obviously, if you pick Melbourne, you imagine they are tough, but I remember when I was there, Clayton was always the one where, especially when Aaron Wilson was there, when Disco was going, you go, well, shit, what do we got to do? What do we got to do? If we beat them, it's going to be just, and we're going to have to have them on an off day. We're going to have to be at our best. But I mean, it's obviously the same with most of the teams up there. But I mean, who for you is the hardest to play?
I reckon for me personally, the hardest we've probably had to play would be probably Deer Park.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we play at home, there's no home ground advantage. We play on a similar surface.
Unless you chuck them up top.
Unless we chuck them up the top, yeah, correct. But I think, and the players that they had were very good on the artificial surface. I think that with most other clubs that were a grass green club, we got off to a good start, but we just couldn't hold it.
Yeah.
But that's just Premier down to a T. As soon as you're up in that grade, anyone can play on anything on any given day after about 3 or 4 ends.
Yeah, okay.
But so Deer Park, and also because it's our furthest game that we have to play, feels like you drive for about 3 hours before you start playing. And
it's a long day of bowls, isn't it?
It is.
All right, so we'll chuck them down as your biggest pain in the arse club. And who'd you say is your tip to win the thing? Deer Park?
No.
You went Melbourne again, sorry.
Tip to win it would be Melbourne, yep.
Yeah. And we'll go, well, we're going to ask everyone the same question. If you could get any other players from Premier League, as many as you like, really, but we'll try and keep it 1 to 3 or something like that. And we'll keep the little lists going up here. From any other club in Prem, we'll just keep it to Prem. Who would you want?
I reckon the first person that I would love to be at our club would be Ben Fern. Good old Cactus.
Yeah.
Just goes about his business and is a very, very steady player, and it's been consistent for many years now, and it's been a part of their flags in the recent years as well.
Yeah, he's got a great demeanour about him, doesn't he?
Yeah, and just a good fella too.
Yeah.
I get along with Benny really well. If I was to pick any others, probably just because of his upbeat nature, and he's a fairly good going bloke, Nathan Wilson.
Yeah, Dogger.
Good old Dogger. And then one that I have a massive amount of respect for, and she's been around the game for years. She is a overseas player, but Kelly from Clay. She's a wonder. She's good going. She's a great player. Very competitive, but she doesn't fall into the trap of that white line fever. She's still a happy going person. That would be my 3. But definitely would love any of those 3 to be at our club.
You couldn't go wrong with any of them, could you?
No.
So I mean, Kelly in particular gave me and Mary Farley a bit of a touch up at State in the mixed pairs with her and Ali. gave Ali an armchair.
Yeah.
But no, she's like I said, for those who watched the episode with Lucas, same comments I'd make about Kelly. Whoops your ass, but does it with a smile on her face the entire time.
Yeah.
And you can't get mad. And it's not just that she doesn't show the white line fever. It's hard for you to show it against someone who's just friendly and happy and smiling at you all the time. Like, it's hard to get in that zone against her. So she's incredibly consistent. I mean, all three of them are, and you have to be up in Prem. But no, I mean, they're three solid choices there. So yeah. Your old mate Leroy got a bit of a mention, so he'll be up on this list. He'll be up on this list. Yeah, MCC. Brad Marin wanted Leroy was his third pick in there. So
good old flipper.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll replay that episode over and over and over and over.
Mate, I'll guarantee that he'll make Anastasia put that clip rerunning in the lounge room for him, just as he's going to bed.
She'll take it to school and show all their friends.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. I won't keep you too much longer. I want to keep all these pretty short, so we'll let you go there. But just massive good luck for the season. Obviously, I miss the club. I'd love to be there with you, but I've gone on my own ventures myself. So best of luck to us. I know you can stay up there. I am doing tips, so I'm going to do it off screen, not on Zoom with you, but I am doing my tips for everyone. Some aren't going to be happy, obviously, but I'll you'll see that in the episode when it is, mate. So
don't forget, I know where you live.
All good, brother. All right, mate. You take care and good luck.
Awesome. Thanks, Zachy.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers.
So a massive thank you to Josh. Cheers for getting around the show, man. Good luck to you. Good luck to Lilydale for this season. Mid-ladder here, which I don't know exactly where it is, but I'll be putting you at 6th. I don't think you'll be able to compete quite with the top teams. They're very strong this year. But you should avoid relegation. So, again, just my opinion. I'm going to have to pick someone to finish in the bottom 2, so please don't get offended. Again, big thank you to you guys. Big thank you to Jordan for getting around the show. Get on our website, jordanshandcrafted.com, with Christmas just around the corner. Gifts galore on there. I mean, this glass is beautiful. The candles smell awesome. Use the promo code ZWBowls to get your 10% discount. As usual, Lee Schreiner with his Schrunger Schnitzel Crumb. Massive thank you to you as always, mate. Get on his website, ShrungerSchnitzelCrumb.com. 1, 2 and 3 bags now selling. So they're delicious. If you haven't got yourself a bag yet, get on and get a bag. Tell him that Zach sent you. And thank you to all of you, as usual. Plenty of you sharing it around. Subscribers are ticking up close to 100 now. So if you haven't subscribed already, get around it and subscribe. Hit that button. The links for all the websites and everything I read out will be in the description below. I'm not sure who's using it on their phones and who's using it on the laptop, but everything's in different spots. So I keep telling everyone to comment, but the comments when you're looking on their phone, I think they're right down the bottom. So, it's a little bit tricky sometimes, but it doesn't really matter. I appreciate everyone who is commenting. Appreciate everyone sharing it around Facebook. The support I'm getting is awesome. It's all time. So thanks to all of you. Hope you're enjoying the Premier League previews. Number 3 should be out next few days. Matty Elal from Melbourne's coming up, so get around that one as well. And yeah, just keep it casual. Thanks, guys. Cheers.